Good afternoon, everybody. Today is March 27th, 2016. I'm going to be going over my weekly trade ideas for this week. First, I want to go over the trade ideas from last week. Last week, I was looking at, first one on the list was PRTA. It was a channel trade, $35.69 pullback. Came back to $35.88 and target of 39.85, and it definitely went over that. So this one just missed by a few pennies to the downside, but the upside was definitely there, so that was a pretty good one. Next on the list was DWTI. What I was looking for in this one, I was looking for a pullback and then a long to 140. Okay, so didn't pull back that much off of this day here. You got a little pullback, relative to DWTI. It's a 7-point pullback and then a long. Definitely overshot the target on that one. Next on the list was Tsla. I was looking for a 236 pop. Okay, so if you went long, got the 236 on the upside, even if you added some more. Downside price target was $218, and it definitely came a lot lower than $218. Next on the list was CLLS. Pullback to 26.56. Okay, 26.56. Did you get that? No. Okay, so it just actually pulled back. So if you shorted the top for the pullback, you got the pullback here, but it's not really a big mover there. So it's kind of sideways there for a few days. PBYI. What was I looking for this one? Okay, this is what I was looking for. A pullback, and then for a long with a price target of 44. Now this is obviously before this huge red day. This was the opening here, pullback, and then long, 44 price target, came up to 43.69. Ahgp. I was looking for a short on this one, up to 63. So it came up to 61.40 something, and then pull back 3 points down to 60. Missed the top side on this as far as where the pop was going to happen, but the idea was to play the short side. DGAZ, DGAZ. Piercing candle down here, so I was looking for a long on this one, and a price target of 23. Went almost to 25. DGLY. What was I looking for in this one? Double bottom. That was here. Okay, and okay. So I was playing this double bottom over here for any hold to the upside, and it definitely did not give that much room to the upside there. So before it obviously failed the trend. So that one did not play out the way I wanted it to. Next on the list was VTL. That was here. And I wanted this one for a 960 target, and you got 973. Last on the list was VAC. I was looking for this one to pop, and then for a short down back to 67. So that's your entry there. Didn't really pop much, but the short side back to 67 was right there. It really took a little understanding for some of those to really work out as far as what I was looking for. Especially if I'm looking for a price target to the upside, then I'm pretty much looking for a long, and if I have a price target to the downside, I'm pretty much looking for a short. But some of those didn't give you the exact entry that I wanted to. Anyways, this week 327.16. First on the list is Omer. So I got this kind of charted out here. It's a channel trade, obviously. So a pullback. I'm playing this Pearson pattern over here. So if we get a pullback on this one to 1550, nah, that can't work. No, breakout. Oh, a pullback to 1365 is what I'm looking for. That would be obviously the bottom of the channel if it came back down to the bottom of the channel. That would be the best risk reward trade, because then you could risk the 50 EMA down here. So if you get a pullback to 1365, take some long for an upside move here. If it pops straight up to the top of the channel and gets rejected at 1550, that's what your short is. Bring it back down to the bottom of the channel till it breaks out of the channels, either to the upside or the downside. It's just a channel trade. Next on the list is SPIL. What am I looking for? Okay, this one obviously had a big move here, so I'm looking for a pop on this one to 825 area for a quick pullback to 775. If it holds a 775, then you could possibly take some on the long side. Next on the list is Pandora. Nice little move here, but I definitely need a pullback, so I'm looking for a pullback here to 1035. And if it holds this trend up here, why I'm looking for a pullback is so that you can get your best risk reward entry. So obviously risk the trend. 1035 pullback should give you a decent risk reward there, and a price target of 12 plus if it holds the trend and it gets the upside move. Next on the list is Amba. Again, another trend hold in here, an uptrend hold in here. So what I am looking for is I would like this to pull back down to 39, and if you get the upside move, watch for this trend to be broken to the upside, and you could possibly see it about 43 if it gets to move to the upside. Next on the list is ACHN. It's a channel trade here. Obviously it's a bull flag, so what I'm looking for is if you can get down to the bottom of the channel, obviously that's the best risk reward for this trade. So if you get that pullback down there to 687 area, then you can definitely try to take some long for an anticipated break over this 780s area and into new high territory. So obviously you see there's an inverted head and shoulder right here, and that's clear as day right there. So if it holds right there, I mean, you can risk down to the bottom of the trend. It's not really that much off with an anticipated move over through that channel. Next on the list is Ahgp. It's a nice bullish engulfing here, holding this trend right here, breaking this trend to the upside. Obviously target here is 1545 area to the upside. Needs to break that 50 EMA. Should pull back though into this to retest this trend line here. So 1365 area is your area of entry with your risk at this trend line here for a breakout over 1550. Next on the list is UAN. Triple top over here, but the way that I see it, I think that she's ready to possibly break through. You got your MACD crossed over here, and your volume's pretty okay. It's not really a high volume stock, so don't expect millions of shares here, but the way that it's working here, it's holding the 50 EMA right here, so the more likelihood that it's going to break out to the upside. So I'm looking for this one. If you get a pullback on this one to 771 area, or you could try to take some long, risk maybe the 13 or the 50 EMA to 771, and look for that breakout into over this triple top here, and should put you right into the nines. Next on the list is APD. Okay, so there's a huge bearish engulfing right up at the top here. So what I'm looking for this one is to pop up to about 142.25, which should put you right about here, and then pull back to 134. So I'm pretty bearish on this one here. You got your stochastics already crossed down, and it's not really happening. Your MACD's already starting to curl. So any little pop over here, you obviously risk the top and bring this back down. Next on the list is Rost. This one broke the 13 here to the downside, so I'm bearish on this already. So if it pops back to the 13 right at that 58 level or so, as long as it stays under the 13 EMA, you can probably risk this trend here, because obviously that's a flag if it breaks over. So you can risk that trend with the 58 entry and bring it back down here to about 56 or so. And the last one on the list is Tsla again, because I'm definitely bearish on this one here. So what I'm looking for is if this one can pop back over here to, let's say if you get the pop off of this huge candle print in here, if you get the pop up to here about 234 or so, I definitely would like to see it short and bring it back down to 205. Obviously your risk is on that flag, so don't let it go past there. The reason why I want you to get a bigger pop on it is obviously so your risk is limited to the upside here, and then your gain to the downside is way better. So that's the 10 for this week. As far as the general market goes, SPY here sitting on the 13. It's done it here. It did it over here. I think the market actually comes up a little bit, but watch for that top in soon. Definitely don't feel like it has much more to go, but as far as in the week of trading coming here, obviously your number to watch is 205.28. If that breaks out, then obviously it breaks over this double top here. So if this obviously does not break that, it's gonna get rejected and come back into it. Then you should see a volatility spike up again. So anyways, that's the list for this week. Hopefully everybody can have a good and safe trading week this coming week. Take care.